the new Olympia beer.
Gone. What the hell? Who's beeping?
Computer consulting.
Oh.
Bring him on. He's a buddy of mine.
The computer consultant. Hey.
You want me to bring him on? Let me see.
Yeah, he's a
Why
good
not?
guy.
Bring him in.
Why not?
Bring this guy in.
Yes. All right, hold
I
on.
tried to bring him in.
No, I'll do it.
Hold on.
I'll do it. Get him to stop.
I did bring him in. He's on.
I got him.
on.
Google Rob Roy. Did you Google Rob Roy?
No.
Yes, what are you beeping for? What? What do you want?
Yes, sir.
A lot of silence there. We can't have
Yes,
silence.
dead air. That is the sound of dead air. More of the same.
You.
Morto.
Morto. Die.
Yes,
Can
sir.
we help you?
Hello, how are you?
Unbelievable.
Hello, caller.
Hello, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
I could smell the decay of one of your shows dying slowly. The stench was starting to overwhelm me. That's why I had to call and see if I could get some blood going into the.
Well, that's
into
not
the already
actually.
lifeless
No, that's not
body.
what happened. You didn't call. You started beeping because you didn't think that we'd let you in.
No, that's a call.
That's not a call.
That's like a doorbell.
That is a passive aggressive act.
He's very persistent. He's very persistent.
Very passive aggressive.
Will not take no for an answer.
That's true.
That's right. Think of it like a doorbell.
Ding dong.
Ding dong. Ding
Think
dong.
about it. Yeah, exactly. Think about it like somebody standing at your door and just tapping it with a big stick.
That's
Most
exactly
people
what it
don't
felt
wanna be
like.
able to shoot them with a gun.
That is what it.
Are stealing your packages mainly. They're stealing packages.
Oh, is
They're
that a big
standing
thing?
at your door this year, at this time of the year.
Mind you.
We don't have that problem here.
Thank God. Thank God.
Yeah. They don't leave packages at the door. Are you kidding? They would never do that.
Well,
They call you up, and then they wait for you to come down and get the package.
at least it's safe.
And even if you, well, yeah, it is safe because they want somebody to sign it. Listen, they're not leaving anything without you signing for it. They don't leave that package until somebody signs for it.
Last time I signed for something, I got married.
Mm.
No, I know. Think about
Well,
that.
I'm going to give you all great advice. You want some good Jew advice because I think I just woke up, but I think I'm going to give you some really good advice.
Yes, you sound sleepy. Go ahead.
You go out to.
Yeah,
Now shut the fuck up.
You
You go out to the. Well, I'm not on my microphone. You go out to the Staples, and you go get yourself a signature stamp. So you sign your signature, put it on a stamp, put it in your home office, and even get a little one that you can carry around with you and use, and sign your signature with a stamp. Never sign your signature by hand.
Of course.
Why?
Why?
Because one day if you end up in court, I guarantee you, because they can't prove who stamped the piece of paper, who put that thing on the paper, because it's not your wet signature. They'll never get you if it comes down to your signature on a piece of paper.
You hear that, Jewish producers? I'm
Well,
never going to get you.
Yeah, I mean,
Number-
this is what we're talking about when we sharing advice like this. Actually gives you some credibility and merit. So we salute you
Please,
for
I
that.
have more merit than you ever would imagine.
I don't
Where
think
does
so,
the
but I'm
transparency come from?
very proud of
I
you.
get the merit.
Yes. There-
Oh,
Yes.
the Jew is very transparent. The Jew has always got transparency because he's always looking to do good.
You're an admitted liar, though. You're an admitted liar, and you've been a proven liar.
Simply
So-
as an American citizen.
So I
rights
somewhat
Just
disagree.
like everybody else.
Listen, he has rights like everybody else.
That's true.
Yeah. I was looking at Richard Jewell. Remember Richard Jewell?
Yeah, that
His
movie
mother
looks like
was
garbage.
interviewed
I do.
last night. Richard Jewell's mother.
I do remember Richard Jewell.
His mother was interviewed last night. His mother's still alive.
Well, why
that
was
guy
she-
died at
why was she-
44.
Why was she interviewed?
Because there's a movie about him out now.
Yeah, Clint Eastwood directed a movie about him.
It's supposed to be pretty controversial.
Yeah, because of the wife, because of that woman reporter that fucked the FBI agent. Supposedly it's not true, but this guy down in Atlanta tells me it is.
The FBI was involved in Richard Jewell. That's right. They framed him.
That's right. Well, they exonerated him, though, eventually.
Well, yeah, eventually after they ruined his life, after they dragged him through the mud. I remember that.
Yeah. And the
In
woman
fact,
they got
I used to have 3 printers from the Olympic Games. When they would buy all brand new equipment and staff the Olympic Games with all brand new equipment, and then they would auction off the things like printers, laser printers, and whatnot, and you could buy them for almost nothing. I had a couple of them. They were Lexmarks.
Interesting. But this Richard Jewell, he was framed, and this woman reporter slept with an FBI agent to get all her tips. And they interviewed his mother last night, along with Clint Eastwood, because Clint Eastwood's getting a lot of flack over this part in the movie where this woman reporter fucks the FBI agent. And
Is there a good fuck scene in the movie?
Like that never happens, right?
Right. So a little bit of controversy behind this movie.
I'm going to have to look into it further,
maybe that's what's wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what's wrong with this whole Spygate thing going on with President Trump, that nobody got fucked.
Except, who did? Except the
Except
Bidens.
President Trump.
Except the Bidens, because they got out.
Well, the Bidens are a byproduct of their own big... Listen, it's always a byproduct of your big fucking mouth, isn't it? Yes. Somebody standing there bragging one day, not knowing that it's going to come out in 5 months or 3 months or however, whenever he did it, dumb fuck that he is.
Notice how the Democrats never bring that up, that video. They never talk about it.
No, of course not. They don't want to talk about it.
No,
they can't talk about it.
Yeah. That's because Biden was Obama's dog. Obama sent him there to do that deal. And he bragged about it.
Yeah.
But anyway, this Richard Jewell movie, they only gave it 2 stars, though, Brian. So
it looks like it does.
There's a little bit of controversy behind it. It's a Clint Eastwood movie. It should be good.
Wait a minute. And Clint Eastwood did this?
Yes, he directed
it.
Was it any good?
Well, it's coming out.
It's just coming out, Howard. It's they're only giving it 2 stars, and they're doing a lot of the guy that played Richard Jewell was on what's that guy, that TV show on channel Jimmy Kimmel. He was on Jimmy Kimmel.
I want you to stay into this.
And
you think they're trying
as a matter of fact, I've been into this actor. I told you, Jewish producer, Sam Rockwell plays the attorney for Richard Jewell. It's a really good part Sam Rockwell has. I like Sam Rockwell movies.
You know what?
He's good.
You know what documentary Clint Eastwood was in?
No, tell us.
Yeah, tell us.
Now, One Angry's a little bit young and probably hasn't heard of him, but it's called Tab Hunter Confidential.
Tab Hunter.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Tab Hunter was
I'm older than almost all of you.
Yes.
Obviously.
Tab Hunter was in a movie with Paul Newman called The Life and Times of Judge Roy Bean. Paul Newman hangs.
Yes.
Tab Hunter.
Yes.
Should hang more. You know what? That's good. They should bring back hanging. They should hang more people.
Perhaps.
From the yardarm.
Well,
chime in anytime you want. Chime in, Jewish producer, anytime.
I am.
We could start. We could start with hanging the lawyer.
We got the Tab Hunter Confidential trailer here.
Certainly are. You want to play the
I don't
trailer?
think that would be a bad thing.
Just a couple.
Howard and I are against trailers. We think it brings the show to a screeching halt.
Tab, when I
But-
was young,
go
this
ahead.
was amazing looking. Beautiful California.
Because they're never in
Every
context.
single girl
Right.
or boy.
Shut up.
Make out with.
Mr. Tab Hunter. He was the embodiment of
John Waters.
American masculinity.
He was as big as they come.
Are you Tab Hunter?
Yeah.
Is that Rudy Tucci?
It is.
Kids in the fastest rotation.
He was the American boy, and nobody sold that image better.
How do you shave, Tab?
Well, the Gillette Super Speed, of course.
What do you like about Tab Hunter?
Well, quite a few things.
Don't you ever think about marriage?
All the time, Ernie. That's what keeps me single.
Hello, I'm Tab Hunter, and I've got a secret.
I would go out occasionally.
He was gay, wasn't
a
he?
cocktail party.
Yes.
Parties like this were illegal. And then next thing I know, the cops came in. I had no idea it was going to jump up and be thrown out at me years later. I was offered a 7-year contract with Warner Brothers. Whoa!
He was everywhere.
Still a good-looking man. A
Tony and I
zaddy.
met at the pool
Yeah.
at the Chateau Marmont. We just kind of hit it off. And I went up to his room with him.
He wasn't after me, so he wasn't on the make. And women like that.
John Waters called me up on the telephone and said, "How would you feel about kissing a 300-pound transvestite?" I'm sure I've kissed a hell of a lot worse.
Every actor who has a secret like being gay, there's a part of us that are afraid to be who we are.
Well, I would never have talked about my personal life in the 1950s. I think you have to be true to yourself. I've never been as open as I am with you.
He sounds like. Why does he sound like Bob Einstein?
Bob Einstein died
No. When?
about a year ago.
What?
Yeah, didn't you know that? Bob Einstein died.
Well, we're talking about the comedian.
Yes.
Super Dave.
Albert Brooks, his brother, yes.
Yeah.
That's Albert Brooks' brother, because he was a Jew.
And actor
Of course
Bob
he's a Jew.
Einstein.
Yes, they're all Jews, you idiot. You don't have anybody funny in Hollywood who's not a Jew.
Did you know Albert Brooks was Super Dave's brother?
Yes.
I didn't
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, your buddy. I liked Super Dave. He was good.
He did Coffee.
How did he die?
He was
I
on.
don't know, Howard.
Hold on, he was
Why don't you
on
go-
Jerry Seinfeld's. Whatever it was, comedians in cars getting coffee or whatever.
Yes.
And he looked
Lavazza.
awful. He looked awful. Lavazza.
He talked like this all the time. He had that voice.
He kind of always looked awful, though.
No, he
always
really
had
looked
that
like
voice
he
like
was
that.
at the end, dude. He was at the end.
What did he die of? Google it. I'm not near a computer. Why don't you Google why?
Oh my God, he's one of the funniest people alive.
He,
Steve
well,
was
he's
always
not
at
alive.
Johnny Carson.
Of the groundbreaking Smothers Brothers comedy series, where he won the first of his 2 Emmys. But it was his invention of Super Dave Osborne, the ultra-confident, deadpan,
God, he was
disaster-prone
funny.
stuntman that catapulted him to fame.
You know, I've been a stuntman all my life, and even though I take every precaution necessary, the thing that protects me most is my incredible sense of what's going on around me.
To me, the joke was never the hit, even though that's that isn't what I was looking for. I was looking for the absurdity in the whole thing.
The Osborne character was a regular on the Canadian sketch show Bizarre.
I spent 12 years here, and I would have been proud to be a Canadian.
More recently, he was known for his work as Marty Funkhauser on Curb Your Enthusiasm.
I'm sorry. Who's this?
Unspecified health problems kept Einstein from the set of Curb's 10th season. In a tweet, his brother, another comedian, Albert Brooks, said he would be missed forever. He was 76.
I'm missing him now.
Yeah, he was good. He was good on Curb Your Enthusiasm. He was a good character on that.
What
He was able to
character? I
step-
think that
he
was
was able
him in
to-
real life. I don't think
Yeah,
that
that
guy played a character.
The nice thing was he was able to step out of the Super Dave persona that he had, that everybody knew him for.
I'm reading
you know?
that he died of leukemia.
Really?
Yes. It looked like it had taken its toll though by in the last few years.
I have an Albert Brooks comedy album. I love it. I got it downloaded in my car. I listen to it all the time.
Yeah, I watched somebody die of leukemia. It's not good. It eats them alive. Somebody used to be 150 pounds. They think he was 90 pounds when he went. Not good.